In today's video, I'm going to be discussing a statement out of the IRS suggesting no further action is needed and checks should be sent out automatically. I'm also going to be talking about what lawmakers are doing right now today in the House of Representatives and what we need to know about it. That's the focus of the video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. All right, so yes, you heard me loud and clear. Lawmakers, believe it or not, are actually working on a piece of legislation right now today in the House, and they're going to be voting on it today as well. And this is actually going to impact millions upon millions of people out there, which I want to bring to your attention because it is a piece of legislation that I do actually think will pass through the House today, likely pass through the House relatively soon, and the president will likely sign it into law. So this is an $80 billion package out there right now. I want to bring this to your attention. So here's what it comes down to. The IRS also just made statements on this legislation, and yes, they did confirm as well that checks should be sent out automatically with no further action, provided lawmakers can actually pass this legislation. So, sounds appealing, right? Yeah, exactly. We have not heard language like this in quite a long time, right? Like a couple years. It's been a very long time since we've heard anything like this. So again, I want to talk through the details. Now, this legislation that I'm talking about here was introduced about 2 weeks ago, and it came out, and I talked about it in a live stream or two actually, and we discussed the details about it. But now we are right here down to the voting on this thing, okay? This comes down to the expanded child tax credits that would be expanded and retroactive back to last year, 2023, for that higher dollar amount. Now, let me talk really quickly about what the IRS said about this. So the IRS came out and made a statement about this. In fact, maybe you saw my video just the other day where I said you might want to wait on filing your tax return because if you file, you may need to file an amendment if you already filed before they pass this. Well, here's the thing. Again, by the way, quick side note, this is not tax advice. It's not accounting advice. This is not advice in any way, shape, or form. However, based on that information that we were thinking, now the IRS has come out and confirmed if you file your taxes now, which by the way, tax day started on Monday, so you can start filing with the IRS now. But anyway, they came out and confirmed that if you do file your tax return prior to lawmakers actually passing this legislation, if they do pass it through, which I do believe they will, it might take a little while, but I do think they will do this, okay? The IRS confirmed if we do receive your tax return and they pass this legislation through, we will automatically issue any additional refunds to you. You do not need to take any further action. You do not need to file an amendment. That's what they said, okay? So this is very encouraging because, let's be real, who wants to file an amendment? I don't. Do you? I don't, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, we don't want to do that, right? However, here's what they also said. They would be sending out any additional refunds, not through direct deposit, but by paper check, okay? Now, what's the problem with that? Takes a long time, okay? It would take a few weeks. Yes, eventually you would get the money, but it's going to take a little while, okay? Just what I wanted to point out for you. However, let me say this much as well. If you are filing a tax return and you are expecting a refund from your federal taxes, okay, if you are, I would highly encourage you to put direct deposit information into your tax return. Why? Because you get your deposit very fast. Like generally you get it pretty fast. In fact, the IRS says within 21 days you should have your refund, okay? 21 days is 3 weeks, right? Generally you get it sooner than that, but obviously no promises at all, okay? That's why direct deposit is so nice. However, when it comes down to this, let's just say that you filed on Monday or yesterday or today or tomorrow or whatever. Let's just say that you file anytime before they pass this legislation, and maybe you get a direct deposit refund. First off, congratulations, that's awesome. But let's just say that lawmakers actually pass it through today, through the House, which I do think they will, and then they pass it through the Senate, say, in a week or two, and then the president signs it in another week after that. So let's just say in a month from now, it's passed by both chambers and signed by the president. If that were the case and you were due more money as a result of that, then they would not send it to you in the form of direct deposit, but rather you would get a paper check in the mail probably a few weeks later, okay? That is exactly what they're talking about. All right, so let me tell you further details about this. This is, again, the child tax credit payments, okay? Now, let me clarify really quickly. I know some of you here in the community may not qualify for this, okay? Why? Well, maybe you don't have dependent kids. Maybe your kids are, grown and gone, or, whatever the situation be. I totally get this. This is very frustrating for a lot of people, especially here in this community. I totally understand that. I'm here with you. I'm kind of saying, what about adults, right? What about low-income adults who need this, right? So again, I just want to say this much as well. No promises. However, I want to point this out really, really fast for you, and I I did say this in the live streams the last couple times here, which is this. Last time in 2021, when we were down in the same situation, dealing with expanded and retroactive and larger child tax credit payments, there were a number of people coming out suggesting, what about seniors? What about adults? What about fixed income? What about people who receive nothing because, they're living on a small income benefit? What about them? Can we do some type of advanced adult tax credit as well? Again, I'm not promising anything. I don't know what they're going to do. However, I anticipate we're likely going to see, again, a bunch of people coming out of the woodwork, and that's a good thing, saying, excuse me, what about adults? What about the low-income adults who may not qualify for this? What about us, right? So again, I anticipate that to come, and we'll see what happens here. But like I said, House of Representatives voting on that legislation today, and I do think it'll pass. It'll pass for sure. Okay, I'm not, obviously I don't know anything for sure. I can't guarantee anything. I'm just simply saying it's going to pass through the House of Representatives, okay? But that's not the final hurdle. It needs to go to the Senate then. Honestly, I do think it's going to be a little bit more of a struggle in the Senate, but I do think it'll pass there as well. And then it goes on to the president. He will for sure 100% sign this thing. If it gets to his desk, he's signing it. I can pretty much tell you that much, okay? So we're kind of right down to the wire here. They were supposed to be voting a couple days ago, but here we are, delayed a little bit, and the voting's taking place right now, and we'll see what happens here. This could be, pretty encouraging for about 40 million households. Seriously, 40 million low-income households, which, by the way, this just expands the child tax credit up to $1,800 for last year, $1,900 for this year, and $2,000 for next year is what that comes down to, okay? So I know there's a lot more detail about it, but this is what I wanted to bring to your attention really quickly. So anyway, if you have any questions, concerns, anything like that, please stick it down below in the comment section. I will watch everything as I get more information today and over the coming days here. And for those of you that are maybe, don't have, a minor or dependent child who may make you eligible to receive this, just hang tight. Again, I know it's frustrating. I see it down below in the comment section. I'm right here with you. I totally understand. But let's just see what comes out of this, okay? Let's just not get too worked up yet, okay? Let's just see what happens here. Maybe this would be a good time to write another one of my letters, send it off to lawmakers and say, hey, yo, what about my buddies here? All the people that I represent, the people that I advocate for, low income, fixed income, seniors, older adults, people with disabilities, people that are struggling right now because of their inflation. And here we are. And they've done nothing for us. So again, just hang tight here. I'm going to keep you posted, but I do know that this does pertain to a number of you here in the community, and I just want to do what I can to point this out. A lot of money on the table here, $80 billion. Who wants a piece of that? I do. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I do, whether I can or not. I'm just simply saying, I do. Okay, I want a piece of every money pie out there. I'm just saying, okay? I hope everybody else does too. I hope you want a piece of the pie. Seriously, why not? If they're giving away money, let's stick our hands out and grab a piece, right? Seriously, we have to. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. As always, subscribe down below. Share this video. Please share this video with your friends, family, social media so they can be aware of what is going on here. There's a lot of money at stake. And share with that button down below the video. There's a share button. Otherwise, go back and check out any other of the thousands of videos here on the channel, including the thousands in the video library, as well as the ones I've hand selected for you down below in the description and at the top of the comment section. Until next time, enjoy your day, take care, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the